Instagram and trying to get some more people to log on to watch this. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go live on my Insta. Okay. I'm gonna start talking about Burning Man. This is streaming on my Twitch channel, so please make sure to log on to twitch.tv/CharlotteFree, as I'm not gonna stay live on here for long, and I'm not gonna be doing live on here for long. So I'm here to talk about Burning Man and why you should definitely go to Burning Man. So first of all, Burning Man is definitely not what people think it is. A lot of people, for some reason, think it's a music festival. That is so absolutely far from the truth. Yes, there is music at Burning Man. And no, it's not all shitty tech house. There's all different types of music there. There's live music, old people music, young people music, every type of electronic music, and pretty much everything else. But it's not a music festival. It's a festival. It's like once a year, in the middle of the desert, there's a whole city that exists, that people from all over the world come together to create this 6 square mile fucking real city. And you can really do anything that you've ever dreamed of as far as like art, music, events. You can do that at Burning Man, and they will let you do that. All you need to do is buy the ticket and maybe buy stuff to build something there, or buy stuff or bring stuff to play your own music there. You can perform there. You can see performers that you've always wanted to see your whole life at Burning Man. I've seen so many musicians there that I've always wanted to see, and musicians there that I don't even really like. Like, one time, I walked down the street from where I was staying at Burning Man, and just like the local bar down the street, which is like, Burning Man is like a lot of bars, that's pretty much a lot of what you do. I walk down the street, I walk into the bar, I go in like every day, not a big sound camp or sound stage, and there's literally Daft Punk there playing a full-on set. This is like a real thing. They do this every year, and it was really amazing for me to see so many like die-hard Daft Punk fans come up and just be like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened. What the fuck, is this real? And that's just the magic of Burning Man. Like, stuff like that happens all the time. Any type of music that you like probably is at Burning Man somewhere, and if it's not, you are highly encouraged to bring it to Burning Man, because you can, pretty much any musician can play there if you organize it beforehand, and even if you don't, a lot of my friends just show up and make friends with people at sound camps or art cars that also most of the time have sound systems on it. And if you make friends with people, they're usually down to let you play your music and let you perform live and do whatever you need to do. DJ. Most of my friends that go to Burning Man that do music have performed at Burning Man, and I really, really hope that a lot more people who wouldn't necessarily go to Burning Man would consider maybe going, because Burning Man is changing. Yes, Burning Man's getting a bad rap because a lot of whack as fuck people go to Burning Man now, and that's probably because of festivals like Coachella, who advertise more to the mainstream market. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not like a hater. Like, I'm totally fine with like really normal people coming to Burning Man, or even whack people coming to Burning Man, because I know them coming is gonna actually make them cooler. But that being said, yes, a lot of whack people go to Burning Man now, and we need to change that. Like, it's getting a bad rap because there's so many whack burners out there who are giving it a bad name. But the more cool people that go, the better Burning Man will become. So don't get turned off if you've met some like cheesy Burning Man people that you think are super lame, because that really gives the festival a really bad reputation. Also, I must say that like if you live in a big city like Los Angeles or New York, the burners there are really, really, really different than they are all over the world and all over the country. And most of the people I hang out with at Burning Man are not from big cities like LA or New York, because honestly, LA and New York burners are kind of whack. Like, they're a lot more elitist and outfit based and like cool based than the other burners, and that's really the opposite of what Burning Man's about. Burning Man is non-elitist. It's something where every single person actually is equal, and there's no VIP section, there's no VIP anything, because every single person is welcome at everything that happens, unless it's something 18 plus or naked, you know, which also plenty of that happens at Burning Man, which is great. Like, I think it's also a really great place for anyone who is above the age of 18 to go and explore their, to explore their sexuality. And it's not even, you don't even necessarily have to have sex there, but if you do want to have sex there, you can. And there's lots of beautiful people there, and I must say that everyone who I know in real life looks like a beautiful avatar version of themselves when they go to Burning Man. And people are just sexier there. There's something about the heat and the amount people are exercising. It makes everyone look really beautiful, and it is a really safe place to explore your sexuality and to meet people and to be naked, because people can't take photos of you there without asking. It's very privacy based, and it's a place for a lot of like normal people who work normal jobs and who are normal in their real life to come and be a total freak without having to worry about someone from real life seeing photos or videos of them, because they're super strict about privacy policy and stuff, and it's a really safe place to be naked. And if they have an orgy dome that you can go, and if that's something you're interested in, there's a place for that there. And if that's something you're not interested in, you never have to see any of that there. That's another huge misconception about Burning Man that a lot of people have. A lot of people think that like, oh, I'm gonna go there and be pushed out of my comfort zone. I mean, yeah, you should get pushed out of your comfort zone a little bit, because that's what makes it fun. But as far as that goes, I would say more so on the heat will push you out of your comfort zone, and maybe doing something scary like climbing on a big piece of art, or going on the what do you call those? The rope that you swing from that goes like zip line. That might push you out of your comfort zone. But if you really have been wanting to push your sexual comfort zone, Burning Man is the best place to do it. Fuck you, Shane. You guys, by the way, I'm streaming all of this on Twitch. Like, I really, really, really need you to watch this on Twitch and not on Instagram, because Twitch is so much cooler. And look at what I have going on Twitch right now. I've got the fire going on. Like, come on, you guys. This is sick. Twitch is like literally the next social media. It has more users than Netflix and Hulu combined, and it's definitely set to take over YouTube. So Twitch is definitely the future of social media right now. So if you don't have a Twitch or Twitch app, I highly recommend downloading a Twitch app right now. My Twitch link is in my bio on my Instagram. But anyway, back to Burning Man. So why should you go to Burning Man? Okay. Burning Man's an open source music festival. That means, or not music festival, sorry. Burning Man's an open source festival. That means if you have anything that you have wanted to do as far as art or music or anything that you need a lot of people to do, social experiments, participant-based anything, Burning Man is the place to do that. Like, if you want to have a camp with all of your friends and come up with the theme and the aesthetic, and like you could have all of your friends from all around the world could come and build your camp at Burning Man, and they will allow you to do that, and you can have that for 7 days, and you can literally play music and be as loud as you want and do whatever you want with your friends for 7 days, and they will provide you the space to do that. And if you do something really cool, you could apply for a grant from Burning Man. And if you have a really cool original idea, they are likely to approve your grant and help you create your dreams, whether that's art or whatever. Like if you want to create an art car, you can. I'm gonna pull up some art cars right now on the internet just so you guys could see. So fun. Also, like, if you have any questions about Burning Man, ask that. Like, I'm not gonna say y'all's name or shout out unless you're like literally asking me about Burning Man right now, because that's what I'm talking about right now. If you're from Europe, yeah, you could definitely go to Burning Man. And from Brazil, like, honestly, people from all around the world, like people from China, Tibet, like crazy, like Kazakhstan, like everywhere, like literally everywhere. So yeah, don't be afraid if you're from another country or somewhere. Like, yes, it costs money to fly into Burning Man, but it's the most fun you could ever have. It really is the most fun you could ever have, hands down. It doesn't cost as much as it, like, some people go, I know people that go to Burning Man that deadass have no money, no job, and fucking they figure it out. Like, literally, my friend Juanita, he lives out of his van, and he came to Burning Man with nothing but just his ticket because he already had all this camping stuff in his van, and that's pretty much all you need. Like, a lot of people will tell you, like, oh, Burning Man costs thousands of dollars. That is bullshit. Like, Burning Man should not cost you that much money unless you're actually doing, like, a theme camp or building an art car or designing a big sound stage. Like, Burning Man does not have to cost you that much money. If you want to bring, like, a ton of crazy, wild looks, that's awesome. You can invest as much as you want into Burning Man, but it does not cost thousands of dollars. Like, please don't believe that. The Burning Man ticket is $400, and that grants you access to every single thing there. There's no VIP ticket, anything stupid like that. If you're there to create something, you still have to buy a ticket. And let me just show you some art cars. Also, I'm going to be doing a video, a couple videos coming up soon about the supplies that you need for Burning Man, because honestly, like, people get way out of hand with, like, the kind of supplies you need to bring. It's really not as crazy as it seems. So here's some art cars from Burning Man. I should be doing this on Twitch too. But basically, art cars they're basically like giant dance parties that happen, and you basically go up to an art car and they're playing crazy music. You follow them into the desert. There's like basically a 6 miles long deep playa, and you'll be riding your bike through the desert and come up on an art car. And art cars sometimes have sound systems, sometimes they don't. Like, this one definitely, obviously you can see, like, there's speakers and hella people just having a fucking really fun party on it. And see this girl on her bike, like, she might be riding by, and then you kind of wave, and then they stop, and you get on, and you're part of the party, and it's really fun. And if you make friends with these guys, maybe they'll even let you play on their art car. And you can definitely make an art car too. Like, that's a thing that's possible. Anybody can do this. I know people from England that have made art cars. I know people from all over the world that have come together to make these vehicles. That's a huge part of what makes Burning Man fun, is the art cars. And yeah, like, we need pictures of, like, Burning Man at night. So Burning Man at daytime and Burning Man at night are two very different creatures. Burning Man during the daytime is like, you go and you go around to these bars that they have set up everywhere, and you go and they have, like, they have alcohol, all of them, and it's free. Like nothing at Burning Man you ever pay for. And I don't even really drink alcohol, but I still have a lot of fun going to all the bars because, and I'm not even like a bar person at all, but the bars at Burning Man are really, 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 really fun. They usually have like really cool people to talk to and some sort of like activity or game or just something actually fun. Like, and it doesn't sound as cool as when you're there because it sounds kind of hokey, but when you go there, you'll see. And so you go around to different camps and you hang out and go during the day. I go to a lot of like talks and workshops. Like they have like shibari workshops and they have like conferences on psychedelics and conferences on like talks about how like art and like how to be a cool person and all sorts of stuff. And how they have like lots of workshops on like polyamory and relationships and a lot of stuff that maybe people our age need to hear about. And then at nighttime, that's when a lot of the music comes on and that's when like the party happens. So nighttime at Burning Man is completely different. Like during the daytime, I don't really dance that much. I mean, there is music going on, but I mainly just like ride around my bike, look at the art in Deep Platte, and meet people and talk to people. And then at nighttime is when I try to find the good music to dance to, or try to find an art car to ride around on and talk to people and have fun with my friends. You know, like I love like getting a bunch of my friends to mob up on our bikes, and then we ride our bikes out into the desert and find some crazy like art piece that we heard about. Like, oh, have you seen the crazy pyramid? Like if you go out to Deep Platte and you look over to the right and you go really, really far past the castle, maybe you'll see this. And if you climb, you better climb on it before it burns on Thursday because I heard they're gonna burn it down on Thursday. That's another thing. Like most of the art at Burning Man goes up in flames, and that's so special to see. It's so much fun. For anyone who's just tuned in, like I highly please download the Twitch app because I'm gonna be continuing this series on Twitch and not on Instagram because I'm kind of over Instagram, to be honest. Like Twitch is way cooler. So here's some pictures of Burning Man at night. This is the man, but this is when it burns, and that's everyone is that's not good. Hold on a second. Thank you, Alon. You're the best ever. I love you so much. My friend just told me that I have something shitty on my Twitch. So at the end of the week, everyone comes together for the man burn, and this is like everyone has like their bikes, which you like decorate to light up because at nighttime you have to be lit. Like since there's so many art cars driving around and people driving around in their crazy light up vehicles, you basically, if you're not lit up, you're a safety hazard. So it encourages people to come up with really creative ways to be illuminated, and it's really pretty. Like at night, you just see all these like sparkling magic rainbow light up bikes go by, and like everyone has like a really cool bike. It's and a lot of people don't dress up anymore, and that's something that I really kind of miss about Burning Man. And like when I was younger and I'd go to Burning Man events, there are so many people there like serving full looks, and that's kind of not a thing anymore. Like a lot of the more mainstream like LA, New York elitist kind of burners have kind of dictated like this cheesy costume look that a lot of people do now, and it's just kind of like the sameness happening. But I really, really, really want one of the biggest reasons why I want to convince people who follow me and people who are my friends to go to Burning Man is because I know people that follow me and people that are my friends have some really sick looks and some really cool ideas, and I think we need to have more of that at Burning Man, more originality and stuff. So here's some Burning Man bikes. Like everyone has to decorate their bike somehow to be like, this guy is like a mammoth, camel, and like like, even if you don't like go like crazy ham on your bike, you still have to do something to your bike because there's so many bikes there that someone will come and pick it up if you don't. Here's some like cool light up bikes. Definitely have to get like lights on your bike. Here's like a classic Burning Man bike, like the big light tube on it. It's like a huge part of the fun of Burning Man is just like getting a sick bike and making it look awesome. So here's some more pictures of Burning Man at night and art cars and stuff. Like, everyone is lit up and looks like they're from Avatar or something. Like, it's so fucking magic. Here's the man burning in 2013. That was so amazing. So there's all sorts of like interactive sculptures and stuff. This is Thunderdome, and if you've ever seen Mad Max, yes, this is really what it seems. You go into the Thunderdome and it's a bunch of like crazy old goths running it. A lot of them are my friends. And you go and you fight, just like in Mad Max, and they give you a weapon, and yeah, like you can really get hurt at Burning Man. That's one of my favorite things about Burning Man. When you buy the ticket to Burning Man, it literally says on the back, you could die, and if you go, you can't sue us if you die. And I love that because that means you actually have freedom there to do what you want. And Thunderdome is so fun. Like my ex went into Thunderdome one time and got his nose broken. That was sick. I mean, you don't have to do anything like that there, but I just want to say, like, if you want to do that shit, if you want to go there and fight someone and, like, have a fucking crazy time, that's definitely a thing. So, now I'm going to talk about the Burning Man principles, because I think that gives people a really good idea about what Burning Man really is. So, the first principle of Burning Man is radical inclusion. That means anyone can be a part of Burning Man. Anybody. So even if you seem like you're not a burner, people will welcome you there. It's not like other festivals where you go and there's like the people who've been going forever, like the cool people who like figured it out. No. It's like it's all about inclusion. And if you go there and if you do something, you have to include everyone there. Like if someone walks up to you and is like into what you're doing, you have to be welcoming. You have to be friendly and cool. People think that people are fake at Burning Man, but it really isn't. People are actually just really nice at Burning Man and actually want to include you in whatever they're doing. The second principle of Burning Man is gifting. Now, a lot of people have another misconception about Burning Man, and that is that it is a trade-based economy, and that's not true. Burning Man is actually gift economy. So there's no like, oh, like you trade me a massage and I'll give you some feathers. Nah, it's like people just come up to you and give you stuff because they're cool and they think you're cool. And you should do the same thing. Like every year at Burning Man, I make a bunch of cool little things like necklaces or lighters or bracelets, shirts, bandanas, toys, whatever. And just bring stuff to like pass out to people and give to people who you meet and think are cool. Maybe it says like your name on it or your camp name on it. And you get, at the end of Burning Man, you have like all these cool necklaces that you get from like different bars and sound camps. Like anyone you've made, if you've like hung out with a lot of people for a while, they'll usually like give you like some swag from their camp, and it's really fun at the end of Burning Man to have like all your little cool stuff that you collected from people. The third principle of Burning Man is decommodification. So that's pretty. There's no money at Burning Man. You can't buy anything there. You can't promote like your brand there. You can't. It's all about like fucking the system that exists in real life and having this temporary system that exists, this temporary gift economy that exists, that people all have the same stuff and everyone has what they need. And yeah, so okay, the fourth principle of Burning Man And probably one of the most important is radical self-reliance. You have to take care of yourself out there. You have to bring your own water, your own food. Like, yeah, people will give you food out there, and people have really nice meals that they put together out there, and snacks, and there's like a grilled cheese camp, but you need to bring your own shit. Radical self-reliance. You need to take care of yourself. You cannot go there and expect your boyfriend to take care of you. No. You can't go there and like expect everyone to wait for you to get ready and expect everyone to help you. No, you have to go there, and it's honestly a really great place to learn how to be self-reliant is at Burning Man. Radical self-reliance, it's one of my favorite principles, and a principle I try and have learned to carry on into my real life because it's really life-changing, that principle. I really think it's safe. So the fifth, oh yeah, things to know. You have to take away your own trash, and you have to take away your own water. So like, yeah, you basically, there's no trash cans at Burning Man. The only thing they provide for you at Burning Man is porta potties, but also if you're lucky and you have friends who have a motorhome, you could use their potties sometimes. They provide you porta potties, and they provide you ice. You have to, like, the only thing you can buy at Burning Man is ice. That's it. Because it's not like a fucking music festival. You go there and you can buy gear. No, like, you have to bring everything there. They sell you ice because people need ice for their coolers. And you have to, also if you like take a shower, you have to take all the water on the ground home with you. Like, every single thing, you can't leave literally anything there. But that principle comes up soon. So, okay, the fifth principle of Burning Man is radical self-expression. This is a great principle of Burning Man, and a lot of people are not following this principle. When you go to Burning Man, you should dress however you wish you could dress in your real life. Like, if you wish every day that you're a fairy, be a fairy at Burning Man. Like, if you wish every day that you were like a big burly man, you could do that at Burning Man. You could do anything you want. Like, if you have looks you've always wanted to serve, Burning Man is a really great place to do that, and a lot of people are discouraged from doing that now because so many lame people do that now, and it's become really like homogenized or something. But there needs to be more looks at Burning Man, and it's really fun for a participant who isn't dressed up to go there and see a bunch of people in like really cool outfits that they've worked really hard to put together. It really makes Burning Man all the more special if you come and like have something beautiful to adorn yourself with to make people happy. What are we on, number 6? The sixth principle of Burning Man is communal effort, and that means you're a part of a community. If you're part of a Burning Man camp, you need to go and participate. You need to be a part of it. You need to help. You need to help build all the infrastructure at Burning Man is not built by the people who make Burning Man. People just like you and me who bought a ticket go there and build all of that up. They go early, so all the crazy huge structures and stuff you see at Burning Man besides the man and the temple literally were made in like put together in a couple of days. And even if you're not part of like some big camp, you still need to be willing to put in some elbow grease and put in some grunt work and make an effort to be part of a community. Civic responsibility. That means, I guess, be a good civilian, and that means picking up your trash and not leaving a trace. And that's the next principle, is leave no trace. You cannot come covered in glitter because glitter leaves a trace. Yes, even glitter. You can't bring feathers to Burning Man because feathers blow off and leave little specks. That means literally nothing even this big can be left in nature. In Burning Man, not even glitter. Nothing. Not sequins, nothing. When you leave Burning Man, you literally go around and collect every little teeny scrap that was left. It's a lot. See, people have a lot of misconceptions about Burning Man. You can't leave any trace. Like, there's no trash cans. You have to take your trash. You have to not drop anything. You don't bring anything. You don't bring anything disposable. You have to be super, super careful about not leaving a trace in nature. And this is probably my favorite principle of Burning Man, is the leave no trace principle, because really carry that into my real life. Like whenever I go hiking, I bring a moop bag, and moop is a Burning Man term that means matter, out of place. And I bring a moop bag to Burning Man too, and if I see any little trashes or anything like that, I pick it up and put it in my moop bag because I'm part of this community that wants a clean space and wants to not leave any trace. Like when Burning Man leaves the Black Rock City, which is a big desert in Nevada, they don't want to impact any of the wildlife or any of the ecosystem there. So they're really careful about it. And you should do this in your real life too. Like if you go camping, you should leave no trace. If you go anywhere, leave no trace. Leave no trash, because I fucking hate litter and it sucks. So, okay, what are we on? Participation. We're on number 9. Participation. So our community is committed to radically participatory ethic. We believe that transformative change, whether in the individual or in society, can occur only through the medium of deeply personal participation. Oh my god, I can't read it. Participation. We achieve being through doing. Everyone is invited to work. Everyone is invited to play. We make the world through real actions that open the heart. So, participate. If you go see someone doing something really fun, go up and ask them if you could join them. They'll say yes. They'll let you play with them. If you see someone doing something and you want to ask them how to do it, you can go do that. You have to participate at Burning Man. You can't just go there and be a spectator and let everyone else entertain you. Like, you have to bring it. Like, whatever you've always wanted to do, like, you've always thought, like, oh, I wish I could dance like this. I wish I could dress like this. I wish I could perform that. Or, like, if you've ever seen a pop star, or, like, a drag queen, or, like, someone major, you just think, like, oh, I wish I could do something like that. Burning Man is the best place to do something like that, and to invite other people to do it with you. Now, the last principle of Burning Man is immediacy. Immediate experience is, in many ways, the most important touchstone of value in our culture. We seek to overcome barriers that stand between us and a recognition of our inner selves, the reality of those around us, participation in society, and contact with the natural world exceeding human powers. No idea can substitute for this experience. So, you can't wait for Burning Man to happen to you. You have to just go and get out of your, don't get vortex in your tent. If you hear about something happen, just go and do it, because it's never going to happen ever again. Like, if you hear about some crazy workshop that's happening, don't be afraid to ditch all of your friends and go. Like, one of my biggest pointers for Burning Man is to ditch your friends. Like, yes, it's super fun to go there and mob up with the crew. I love doing that, but I think it's really important to actually go and leave all of your friends. Delio from Twitch just asked me, what if I have no one to go with? If you have no one to go with, that's great. Like, some of the people I feel like who have the most fun at Burning Man go alone, and when I'm at Burning Man, I spend, like, most of the time there by myself. And that's honestly the best way to do Burning Man, because you don't have to worry about other people wanting to do what you want to do. A lot of people go there and kind of like go with what the group wants to do, and that's cool for a while, but like I highly encourage everyone to ditch all of their friends and do exactly what they want at the exact right moment you want. And that, the principle of immediacy, is perfectly explained. Some Doggo Lottle just asked me, how do I camp there? So what do I have to bring to sleep there? What's going on? And Delio asked, can you just go sleep in your car and make friends? Or make a tent on your own? Yeah, you can just go in your car and make friends. I don't even sleep in my tent half the time. There's like camps all around that are just like, this dome is full of pillows, and we play no music, and we just keep it quiet and shady, and that's Pink Heart. I love going to Pink Heart and going to sleep. One year there was like a teddy bear camp where there's like gigantic teddy bears everywhere, and they played like chill ambient music all throughout the night, and I would go sleep there a lot. I sleep in other people's tents a lot, not even like because I'm fucking them, just because like I make so many friends there, and sometimes I don't want to ride my bike all the way back to my camp to go to sleep, and or sometimes I just want to take a nap so I can wake up for when the music. And honestly, I'm that bitch that's like that ass asleep like on the speakers at the sound stage. Like I never sleep in my tent. Like yes, you need to bring something to sleep in, or at least your car, but you don't have to. You don't have to sleep there. And yeah, like, oh, how do you camp there? I mean, I bring a lot of people like to go in a motorhome, which is kind of lame unless you're old and have earned it. If you're like a mom or like have a disability or are like above 35, yeah, like do the motorhome thing. Like it's chill. Like I get it. But if you're not, you have no excuse to be a pampered little bitch out there. Like you have to rough it at Burning Man. That's what makes it fun. Like, yeah, there's crazy dust storms. It can be 120 degrees sometimes, and at nighttime it goes down to like 40 degrees sometimes. Sometimes it's a lot more temperate than that, but let's just be real here. Like Burning Man is an extreme, harsh environment. It's very dry. You're walking through alkaline dust that like cracks your skin. So you need to be really prepared. You need to bring like a ton of moisturizer and lotion and all sorts of stuff. And I'll be talking about that in my like what to bring to Burning Man video. And if you have any questions about what to bring to Burning Man, like please ask me, because I'm going to be making like a huge list of stuff that I think you should bring, because I think most people bring way too much shit, and I've kind of got it down to a good system, and I know like what you need to bring. So stay tuned. I'll be making a video about all that soon. Is it okay to just come for the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, and leave Sunday? That is so lame, because honestly, if you're doing that, you're basically just doing a music festival, and that's really not what Burning Man is about. Like, those are weekenders, and not to be that bitch, but it's kind of frowned upon to just show up for the weekend. Like, it's not cool. Like, you have to be out there for a week to have the experience. That's what it's all about. Like, that's the whole point. That's why it's a week long and not just the weekend. If you go for just the weekend, that's when like the best music is and like the biggest like party. Those are like the party nights. So if you just go for the weekend, you're just going for the party, and that's so lame. You didn't earn the party. Like everyone else who's partying those days is partying because they've been like roughing through the desert for a week and have met all these amazing people and have like changed their life in that week, and then at the end of it they're like celebrating that. And you can't just like come and drop in on that like as if like you have to be part of it. You cannot be a part of Burning Man if you just come for the weekend. That's so whack. Like if you really absolutely cannot get off work, and most people can, like most people have no excuse. Like most people, if you prioritize it above other shit, can figure it out. Like don't just come for the weekend, please. My video stream on here is shit. Damn, I'm sorry. My Wi-Fi is good. I don't know what is going on. I think the computer I'm using is just kind of slow because my laptop got stolen. So let's see. I'm just gonna see if I have any other questions. Oh shit, I can't check my DMs. I guess just like send questions here. Yes, Brazil, I love you. 100 people have asked me to say I love Brazil, and I'm just gonna say it because, yeah, I love Brazil and the Amazon. And I love Brazilians at Burning Man. One of my favorite DJs at Burning Man is Brazilian, so yes, shout out Brazil. Can we rent bikes there? No, you cannot rent bikes at Burning Man, but if you're coming from like another country or another part of the country where you can't drive to Burning Man, there's like burner bikes. Burner Bikes is a service that you can come to Nevada, and like right outside of Burning Man, you can pick up a bike to rent for the week. Also, there's green bikes at Burning Man, which are bikes that are for everybody to use, and they're laying around. So if you're lucky, you can always, like I know people there who don't bring a bike and they just like go find a green bike and it works. But I highly recommend bringing your own bike or like figuring out a bike situation before you get there. A lot of people, I don't necessarily encourage this, but a lot of people just go to Walmart on their way to Burning Man and pick up a bike. But I only encourage that if you're gonna bring the bike home, because thousands and thousands of bikes are left at Burning Man every year from people who are just lazy. Did you try Africa Burn? No, I did not try Africa Burn. I've never been to Africa. I would love to go to Africa Burn. I would love to go to Africa. That's a huge dream. There are, yes, that's something I should talk about. There are Burning Man regionals all over the country and all over the world. If you live in Texas, I highly recommend checking out Burning Flipside that's happening. There's Snowball, Snowburn. Lightning in a Bottle is not Burning Man. Like, don't even know. It's not. No. There's also decompression parties after Burning Man everywhere. But yeah, if there's a local burn near you, like you can go to the Burning Man website and find to see if there's a local burn near you. There's a really fun, like they normally have an effigy that's burned, and it's a really great way to experience the culture before you go, but I would recommend doing that after you go to Burning Man because you'll appreciate it more, and Burning Man is more fun when you kind of don't know what you're expecting. So I'm just going to talk a little bit more about why. So a lot of people like think that Burning Man is just like all white people or all rich people, but that's really not what it is. Like most of my friends who go there are like really normal income or poor as fuck. I have friends who go there that don't have any income at all. They find a way to get gifted tickets, or they figure it out. They volunteer. You can also, like, a good way to get a ticket is to become a part of a theme camp that needs people to come and build or come and help make it work the bar, whatever. Like, a lot of times you can get a ticket from being part of a theme camp. And so getting a ticket's really difficult. A lot of people, like, on Craigslist or the internet will try to charge, like, $1,000 for a ticket, and that is really wrong. You should report them to Burning Man because it's against the rules to do that. You should, if you ever buy a ticket to Burning Man and you actually can't go, please sell it for face value, because if you're trying to make money off of Burning Man, you're a fucking asshole. That's not what it's for. Like, those tickets are a set price for a reason, and it's not like a money-making thing. It shouldn't have anything to do with money. The money that you put into your ticket all goes to making Burning Man happen. So, yes, the $400 ticket is expensive, but don't pay any more than that. Like, if someone's scalping Burning Man tickets, they're a fucking piece of shit, and I hate them. And don't ever do that if you're a burner. Like, if you're going to Burning Man, like, if you can't go, don't sell your ticket for any more than what you bought it for, because that's fucked up. And if you see anyone doing that, tell them fuck you. Get the code off the ticket and report their ticket to Burning Man, because they shouldn't. Anyone who's trying to make money off of Burning Man really sucks. That's really not what it's about. So yeah, you can get face value tickets. Yes, there are low income tickets that are available. There are Burning Man sales. Now, this is really important. If you really want to go to Burning Man, go to burners.me and make a Burning Man profile so you can register for the Burning Man ticket sales, because it's done by lottery, and if you're lucky, you will get. If you report the resold ticket, it won't screw over the buyer, because I'll explain that later. But anyway, yeah, you should report, if someone's trying to oversell for a ticket, you should report them and make that ticket void, because that's really fucked up. And also, you can make sure your ticket is not void when you get your ticket by checking on the Burning Man website. So that's a huge other thing. Like, a lot of people run Burning Man scams, or they scam burners out of their tickets. So yes, you can just check all that stuff, and you can always message me if you forget any of this stuff. I really want to help as many people as possible go to Burning Man, because it's the best, it's the most fun anyone can ever have. Bring your kids there. it's a fucking great place for children, regardless of all the stuff that happens there. They don't really have to see any of that. Like, yes, they'll probably see naked people, but all the sexual stuff at Burning Man is nothing that you have to be a part of or have to see or even experience. It's there if you want it, but it's also not if you don't want it to be a part of it. Oh yeah, you can't buy a ticket at the gate, so that's really important. Thank you, General Wisdom. You cannot buy a ticket at the gate, so you have to get your ticket before you go. Let's see. People say I can't take off for work. Honestly, everyone's got sick days and vacation days. And if Burning Man is something you really want, you'll save them for Burning Man. And it will be worth it, and you'll be so glad that you did. And that goes for the same as with money. Like, a lot of people just do not have $400, but almost everybody can set aside $1 and some change every day, $2, you know, get a piggy bank. You will have that $400 sooner than, like, if you just, like, literally buy less weed or, like, don't eat out for a while, like, there are ways you can live and still save enough money to get a Burning Man ticket. And as far as supplies go, I will be making a video about that soon and a list of stuff that you should bring that isn't too expensive or ridiculous. Do I like orgies? I'm not really gonna answer that, but if you like orgies, yes, there's an orgy dome at Burning Man. There's multiple places like that, but yeah, I love that that's there. I'm happy that people have the freedom to do that, and I've heard a lot of really great stories from people who had really beautiful sexual experiences with beautiful people that they met at Burning Man, and I love that that's a thing. If there's any more questions you have, I guess ask me now, because General wisdom, yes. I already talked about how Burning Man is a commercial-free area and how you can't buy anything there. But is Griffin going? Yes, Griffin goes every year to Burning Man. Griffin is that bitch. Am I polyamorous? I don't know. I'm not in a relationship with anyone right now. I'm not against polyamory. I'm not necessarily for it either. Like, as for me, like, being in a relationship with one person, like, I don't even really have that much time to dedicate to one person and still have a lot of space in my own life. So I can't personally imagine having to have relationships with two different people. But that's just me. Like, I think polyamory is a really great idea for people that are our age. Oh, and Ghost, I love Griffin. Griffin's like my love of my life. I love him so much. It doesn't matter if we're together or not. So I'm not sad that we're not together. We love each other very, very, very much. And we'll probably be together again one day, like, most likely. He's definitely, like, my love. But yeah, I'm not sad that we're not together. It's actually, like, we were together for 5 years. And before that, we were together when we were 16, so it's, like, kind of chill that we're not together right now, actually. Like, I'm fine with it, and we both needed, like, space and, like, to build our own lives apart from each other and, like, have separate music studios, even though he kept most of the stuff. But yeah, like, I got my little setup here going, so I'm doing good. But yeah, it's enough about Griffin. And yeah, back to Burning Man. Who are you gonna go to Burning Man with this year? Probably just, honestly, like, I am probably just gonna drive up there by my damn self, because I don't like to wait for people or to make people wait for me. That's something I definitely learned from Burning Man, is that, like, you don't want to have people waiting on you, like, to do your own thing, and, like, you don't want to feel pressure to, like, rush whatever you need to do to, like, go. yeah, so I'm probably just gonna drive up there by my damn self because I don't like waiting for people to get ready and get all their shit together because it's like some people are so extra. Like I went there with some like girl once and like oh my god, like it took her like days and days to just pack her clothes and like I'm like, oh, like, and then we drove up there and she was just being a bitch the whole time. I ended up driving the whole way there, even though I don't drive or have a driver's license. And it was really horrible. Like, Burning Man, like, a huge thing about Burning Man, like, if you bring the wrong person there, you will probably hate them forever. Because Burning Man really shows you, like, it really shows people's true colors. And, like, your true colors will come out at Burning Man, and other people's true colors, like, you will definitely learn a lot about someone if you take them to Burning Man. Like, you'll see, like, what kind of person they truly are. Like, it's a great place to bring someone you're considering being in a relationship with because you're going to get to know them really fast, and anything lame or cool about them will shine through on the way to Burning Man and the preparation for Burning Man because you know, it can be stressful for some people, like, to get all the stuff packed and to, like, make sure you have anything. And some people get really nasty and, like, or some people get really, like, vain or, like, really diva and, like, have to, like, oh, no, I need this and this and that. And, like, those are the people you definitely don't want to bring to Burning Man. Like, if you have a girlfriend that's, like, really needy and, like, really, like, go to Burning Man separately. Like, you guys can still both go. Like, you don't have to, like, it's really great, I think, for couples to go to Burning Man and not camp in the same camp and not be together because if you're, like, waiting on someone to get ready all the time, it's going to, like, build, like, little resentments, and it's just so much better to go alone or with someone that you've already, like, gone camping with or, like, done adventures with and you know they're, like, going to be solid as fuck and not hold you up or piss you off. No, I don't want a man to go with me to Burning Man. Thank you, though. There's enough men on me at Burning Man already. Thank you very much. I have a billion Burning Man boyfriends. I don't need any more. Last year, Burning Man, I met a boy that looked like a dragon, and he had purple tattooed eyes, and he had horn implants, and a split tongue that he split himself, and we definitely made out, but I didn't fuck him. But yeah, it was cute. We like snuggled. Yes, all the ravers are watching me. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. I love like a lot of my raver friends have become burners, and if you haven't yet, please do because being a raver like definitely like has a lot to do with why I'm a burner. Oh my god, I love that people are talking about candy and raving. This is so cute. I love my raver friends. I think there needs, I camp with a lot of ravers at Burning Man, and I kind of wish there were more rave stuff at Burning Man, because that was definitely a thing in the 90s. Yes, you will not survive without wet wipes. But yeah, that was definitely a huge thing in the 90s. There's a lot more like rave culture there at Burning Man, and now it's become kind of oversaturated with like hippies or whatever, and I really I really love when like people go there and rave. Like, I don't know if you guys know SK and Flapjack. I camp with Flapjack and SK a lot, and Flapjack always plays and SK always plays, and it's really cute. They play like happy hardcore and like rave stuff, and there's like my raver camp that I camp with sometimes, and they're all like in fat pants and like cute furry outfits, and it's so cute. So I love you, ravers. I love you so much. Please come to Burning Man. Anyone went to EDC? EDC, everything that Pasquale put at EDC, pretty much he discovered from going to Burning Man. But the rides thing is definitely his. Like, I'll give him that. But like all the like fire performers and like the art cars and all the stuff that's like cool at like EDC or any of that stuff, like that's at Burning Man. Did I catch the Moon Tribe Deep Playa party some years back? No, I didn't, but Moon Tribe, I was at the very first Moon Tribe ever. and I have big love for Moon Tribe, my desert party, every full moon since I was a baby. Do you go for the whole week? Yes, of course I go for the whole week. I don't know if you guys were here when I was talking about why it's really lame to not go for the whole week, but that's the whole point of Burning Man, is to go for the whole fucking week. If you just go for a couple days, you're cheating. And it's lame. You have to rough it for a week. Burn me already. We could do that outside of Burning Man, but you can't kill people at Burning Man. I don't want to get kicked out of Burning Man. What's the best drug to do at Burning Man? A lot of people like to do like ecstasy, Molly. I haven't rolled. I haven't taken any sort of like MDMA since New Year's 2009, so it's almost 10 years. I did enough ecstasy in my rave years to never have to do it again, but a lot of people like doing it there. If you're going to do ecstasy, I would do sassafras, which is a more natural version of ecstasy, and it's a little bit safer, and definitely bring 5-HTP to take the next day if you don't know that already. There's alcohol there everywhere, and it's free. And I don't really drink, and I don't drink outside of Burning Man hardly ever. Like, I'll have like some beers with my friends, and maybe once in a while turn up. But at Burning Man, like, I kind of get like day drunk, or like, you know, like just a little bit. But sometimes I go there and I'm completely sober the whole, like, I've gone to Burning Man completely sober like twice or 3 times. I'm 32. Who the fuck just said I'm 32? Get the fuck off my page. I'm not. If I look 32, you probably look 100, so fuck off. No, I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with looking 32. I'm just not 32, so that's not very nice. The best drug to do at Burning Man, in my opinion, is to be sober, but I love me, like, my favorite way to do Burning Man is to have, like, a couple joints and maybe just take, like, a little bit, maybe drink, like, a little bit, because the drinks there are really good, and they're usually like really fun, like pink lemonade powder. Like, a lot of the drinks out there are like Gatorade with vodka or something. So, and also it's like fun to like go to all the different bars and like try their different drinks that they make. And like sometimes it's like a mystery drink, and like you never quite know what you're gonna get, but that's also very fun. Like mystery punch, or like, you know, that's like fun. Oh, my top is from Jungle Tribe. I have another one of these that has like red dragon scales on it that is a little bit too big for my boobs, so I'm probably going to be selling it on my Depop. Check it out. This is something I definitely wear at Burning Man a lot because it's really comfortable, and I don't really wear that much clothes at Burning Man because it's so hot out there. Like, it's like 100 at least, like most of the time during the day. But like sometimes you go to Burning Man and it's like 80 degrees every day and like chill as fuck. So if you're lucky, you'll get like a chill burn. Oh, and nighttime, I mentioned this before, but it gets really, 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 really cold sometimes. Like, I've been to sunburns that I have to like bring my like literal like snowboarding gear to, but most of the time it doesn't get that cold, but especially because of global warming. But sometimes it gets really, really, really freezing there. So definitely like bring like really cool fun coats. Yes, Kitten, you have to go to Burning Man. You can do it. Bring some like coats, and bring some like big furry coats, and like warm furry stuff is really great at night. Like it's really fun to like go down to like the fabric district or order like really cool furry fabric and make a really cool Burning Man coat, like a dream coat. It's pretty stupid to do MDMA in the desert. Yeah, I mean, it's stupid to do MDMA anywhere. But Burning Man's probably the best place to do it if you're gonna do it. For sure it is, like for sure. Would I kiss a stranger at Burning Man? Yeah, that cute dragon boy was a stranger. He was so hot. And we totally made out. And he came and slept in my tent, but I didn't fuck him. But it was really cute. We snuggled. Um, this year there's a big possibility that rave is everywhere because this year's theme is a freaking robot. Yes. My live stream is gonna end in 45 seconds. But I'll be talking more about Burning Man coming up. Please download the Twitch app because I'm not going to be really using Instagram as much, especially for live streams. Twitch is much cooler. Twitch has more users than Netflix and Hulu combined, so it's set to take over YouTube. It's definitely like the next platform for social media. Like everyone's going to jump ship from Instagram and be on Twitch really soon. 10 seconds left. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in. Okay, Twitch. It's just us now. I have 22 people still watching me. So, if anyone have questions, I'm not done. I'm not done talking. I'm just done because Instagram made me stop. But this is actually a little bit better. What makes you idolize Levisis? She's growing on me so much. Lilith, I don't idolize her at all, but I love her, and I think she's a beautiful goddess, and yes, definitely deserves to be worshipped. If she's growing on me so much, that's great. She would not probably come to Burning Man with me. What's your favorite festival besides Burning Man? My favorite festival besides Burning Man... let me go on my Instagram really quick just to tell people that I'm still talking. I'm still talking a little bit about Burning Man and just about stuff on my Twitch because this is like my first major live stream. So I'm just going to be chatting for a little bit longer on my Twitch, twitch.tv/CharlotteFree. Check it out. I'm still talking a little bit. I'm going to answer some of the questions that I got. What supplements do I recommend? And no, I don't just allow questions about Burning Man right now because this is like one of my first live streams. So I'll just talk for a little bit longer because I need more people to be on my Twitch channel, and I love you guys. Come say hi at Booty Hunters. Send me a message or DM me on Instagram. I would love to come say hi to any of my Twitch followers at Burning Man. That would be so fun. And even though I'm really 100% against doing anything like this, I'm probably going to I want to do maybe one live stream from Burning Man. I never bring my phone, but I never look at my phone, but I might do one Twitch live stream just to convince more people to come. So yes, anyone from Twitch, if you go to Burning Man already, please message me because I would love to, I might organize like a meetup or something. I would love to do it. So Burning Man is a week-long camp. Yes, it's a week-long. Is there cultural significance for it? Yes. Burning Man really kind of is my culture. Like, if you grew up in America, like, especially if you're like white or, you know, ambiguous race, like, might not really have a culture, and Burning Man definitely has given me and a lot of people who I love a culture to be a part of. It is a culture. It's burner culture, and burner culture gets a really bad rap because a lot of burners in big cities are really cheesy, but burner culture is all about, to me, it's like leave no trace, include people, participate when I go to an event. You know, like, that's burner culture to me. Also, like, being, like, prepared. Like, I feel like I'm like a scout after going to Burning Man so many years. I know so much about, like, how to survive and all sorts of stuff I learned from Burning Man. So, have I ever been to Tomorrowland? No, I would love to go to Tomorrowland. It's really different from Burning Man, but I would really love to go there. my little dog is freaking out downstairs. I wish I could visit so easily, but I'm from Europe. I'd like to dance with you. Anyone from Europe? I meet hundreds of people from Europe at Burning Man. I highly recommend finding some people that you know at Burning Man. I'm sorry. I highly recommend finding some people that you know go to Burning Man that maybe are more local to you, like who live in your country. Like if you live somewhere in Europe, like maybe find if there's a Burning Man meetup in one of the big cities, or if there's like a burner community where you live, and try to reach out to some people who go, because they will help you. But that's a huge part of Burning Man, is helping people. And if you reach out to burners and say, I need to go to Burning Man, like, will you help me figure this out? Generally people will do that. Shane, I don't know if you're still watching me, but I just see all your messages. Close the OBS. How big is the place there? It's 6 miles by 6 miles or something ridiculous like that. Like, it's huge, and that's why you need a bike, because you're like riding your bike for like miles every day. My friend was supposed to be here for a while. So I guess I'm probably gonna go off soon, but if you have any questions you want me, what do you do there? Just socialize? Can you make a video dancing? You asked me once to dance with you and I had to leave, but I've always heard you're the best. Yes, I will be making dance videos, so follow my Twitch, and soon I'll be able to, when I get 100 followers, I'll be able to get subscribers, so subscribe to my channel when you can, and I will definitely be doing dance videos. Would you like to visit a festival in Europe? Yes, for sure, especially the free party festivals that occur in like Italy and France. I'm really into the free party culture, because it's kind of like Burning Man, where people come together and do it just because it's important, not to make money. What do I do there? Just socialize. No, I don't just socialize at Burning Man. I ride my bike. I discover art, discover music, discover a lot of things about myself. I do a lot of like reflection out there. I exercise a lot. I dance a lot. And not just socialize, I network out there a lot. Like, I meet a lot of people who are like scientists, artists, musicians that I'm really into, and I talk to them about like doing stuff that I want to do in my life, about like my dreams and stuff like that. Not related to Burning Man, how was it meeting Aphex Twin? I have a feeling I will probably get this question quite a bit. Yeah, meeting Aphex Twin was probably like one of the best things to ever happen to me in my life. I don't think I've ever been that happy in my life. He was really kind, and honestly, he was pretty much like everything I hoped he would be. He talked to me and like asked me questions about stuff. He like asked me about like my favorite cartoons, and like asked me, like, we talked about like raving in England, and he like made me feel special. And he wasn't like an old perv or anything. Like, it wasn't like a groupie situation. Like, his girlfriend was there. Like, we were just all hanging out and talking and being real. And like, he was a real fucking person and a really kind person. And he's really good to all of his staff. And he was really sweet to me and my boyfriend, who's being such a dork at the time. And yeah, like, he really was just like everything I would have ever wanted him to be. And just like a really sweet disposition, like really cute sense, really funny, like kind of sense of humor, and yeah, he really was amazing. From Germany too. Yeah, you guys should definitely try to come to Burning Man together. If you snowboard, we have great parties. Oh, I tried snowboarding once, and the people who I went with said they would teach me, but they kind of just wanted to go snowboarding the whole time, which makes sense, but I never really learned how to do it, so I just kind of fell on my butt the whole time, and I had fun, and I would do it again, but I definitely would only do it again if like someone's like, I'm going to teach you how to snowboard, because I don't really want to snowboard again. I'm just going to be going down this giant slope by myself with like no experience. That kind of sucks. What did he ask you? Imagine you have a skylight or window above your eyebrows, like at your hairline. Slowly close your eyes, looking up. Is that like some sort of pineal gland technique? I don't know. Okay. Oh, are there drugs at Burning Man? I mean, yeah, there's drugs there, but there's also not drugs there, and it's not like a big drug party, but yeah, a lot of people are fucked up for sure. I hope everyone messaging me right now is following me too. What does Griffin do when he goes MIA for months at a time? His main Instagram doesn't update much, but I think he's making music. So he would get up to date with his doings. Griffin always for some reason has some sort of reason why he can't make music, but he told me that he just got back from Iceland and he was recording in Arizona with our friend Vite here, and he says that once he's done soldering his patch bays that he will be making music again. So yeah. Oh my god, my dog is freaking out. You guys just hold on for 1 second. I'm just gonna go grab my dog so you can see her. I have a little wolf dog, so I'll show her to you really quick. I know, she's crying. I'm gonna go get her. She's 30% wolf, and the rest of her is a white German Shepherd. She's my little dire wolf. She's my baby. She's the love of my life. Oh, you're so hyper right now. Why are you so hyper right now, huh? Can I hold you like a baby? Can you be mommy's baby? Be my baby. Be my baby. Her name is, right now it's Starfire, but we might change it. Oh, little baby. What's up? Oh. What's wrong? What's wrong? Normally, if she's crying, if I snuggle her, she calms down. Ooh. Oh, the baby. The baby. Oh. When I say we, it I know everyone says to name her Luna. I thought about it, but. Oh, baby. What's wrong? Why you crying? Why are you crying? Yeah, she's gonna be huge. Oh, baby. What's wrong? Well, I guess I have to stop live streaming now because she needs a walk or something. She's obviously. Oh, baby. Oh. Oh. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please follow my Twitch channel and subscribe when I can. Thank you very much. I love you all so much, and I'll be live streaming more soon.